Hi, my name's Keith Cooper from Northlight Images. This is just a quick update on a video I did the other day about the two new printers from Epson. That's the P7300, 7370 in the US, and 9300, 24-inch, 44-inch printers. When I did the video, I'd only just got the news of it, and I've now got some specs for the printers, and I'll put links in the notes for that, so if you're interested in that. But it does raise an interesting question about print heads. Now, I said during that I was partially led to believe that they were essentially the same print head as being used in the 700, 900, P5300. Looking at the details here, they are not. They are using the same ink set, but they are using a very different print head. And I did wonder how the small print head that's used in the 700, 900 and the 5300, which is the newer version of this big 55,000 here, I did wonder how they'd get the print speed out of it. And they don't, because looking at the print heads, Epson print heads have changed over the years. They've improved, they've got more reliable, as with many things. But if you look at the details, you can work out quite a bit. Now, the original, this is the print head as used in the P700, P900. This was fitted into the P5000 chassis to make the P5300. It's driven slightly differently, but still essentially it's the same print head. Now, the P7300, 9300 are using a much larger print head. They're using the same size print head that you get in the P7500, 9500. They're the 12 color printers. If you look at the actual picture of the head here, you'll see there are 10 sets of nozzles on it. Now, the 10 sets of nozzles, that's for the 10 inks. You'll see if you look at the size of it that there's easily space to fit an extra 2 at the end. Fit those 2 and you've got the 12 ink version of it. So it's the same printer. So in terms of print speed and everything, the 7500 and the 9500 will be on a par with the P7500, P9500. It means also that printer profiles made for the 5300 almost certainly will not work. There will be a very different performance you get out of it. Whether most people would notice it, I don't know, but the main difference is that you can get much smaller ink droplets out of the P700, 900 print head, hence a higher print resolution than you can with the bigger printer. Now, this doesn't make much difference because this one will only go down to 3.5 picoliter ink jet droplets, but it won't go down to the very small size of the 700, 900, 5300 one here. That does make a difference if you've got multiple printers. Let's say you've got a 5300 which you're using for smaller printing, or even a 900 or a 700 for very small stuff. You will not be able to automatically get exactly the same results out of the 73, 9300. Same way as for Canon, although they use with the PRO1000 the same print head as is used in the 2600, 4600 bigger printers, it's driven differently. So there are differences in it. Remember, these big printers need to offer speed. Just one other bit on it. I looked at the original. The 7300 is a replacement for the P6000. This is the P6000 print head. This print head looks very much like the print head that's found in the 5000 here and the 7000. So we are moving forward a generation of print heads here. That's the main difference you're going to notice. There are going to be others, but the difference between, say, the 6000 and the 7300, that's where those differences are going to come. Other than that, you've got, I say, the full specs here. This is from Epson US. I'll put a link to the pages that have got the info here. There's nothing that looks unusual about it. I notice just here that operating systems supported by the P7300, P7370 as it is in the US, 7300. For Macs is OS X 10.9.5 or later. Yes, I'm glad to see Epson make the effort to support older systems. Come on, Canon, you act together. There are many people use old systems for good reasons. There's a minor irritation I had when I tested the P1100. Also Windows 11, 10, 8.1, 7 even. So if you're using old systems, and many people have valid old systems, yes, you'll keep them off the internet perhaps and things like that, but you know, not everyone uses the absolute latest stuff. But there you go, that is the details. Cartridge sizes: 150, 350mm, 700mm. They come with 110mm starter cartridges, I believe. So you know, you just have to allow for that. But anyway, I will be testing it in due course, but I just thought I'd clarify this about the differences between them. Hope that's of some interest, and thanks for watching.